right, this is how the power ropeways work. If you were curious, if you were having trouble setting them up, they're actually really simple to set up once you figure out what you want to do. And that's what I've been doing here. So the first thing you want is at your base, you want to have a windmill. You want to make the windmill, and then you want to make the windmill blades. After you do that, you set the windmill up a short distance. It doesn't have to be too close, this close, but it also shouldn't be too far either, I think, from your power ropeway. So the power ropeway has two chests. So receive supplies, send supplies. So this chest will send supplies where you tell it to in the settings. So item transfer settings, transfer all items or set items specifically to transport. You can set where you want them to be transported to. So I have a power mine set up because this tutorial is also about those, because they go hand in hand with the power ropeways. You do not need a power mine to use the power ropeways. You can use them however you want. So I'm going to set this for 1 minute. I'm going to go here to the send supplies, and I have a tribesman down there at the power mine who might be getting a little hungry. So I'm going to send them some food. Just a few little things that will make their life a little easier. I'm also going to send them some juice because that uplifts mood. All right, we got some food. I should also send them down with some bandages. Now, once you send this stuff, you actually have to go down and give it to them, but like this is just me demonstrating kind of how this works. Right, so there it goes. So now I'm gonna go down with it. So mine is a little wonky the way I set it up, but that's because I kind of had to because of where it is. But I liked that big flat area for the base that receives the item. So I go this way first, up here, because it was too far to just go straight to the base, and then down to here, to this one, and then down to here. And now I have my tribesman working on my mine. Look, all of the supplies came safely down to this chest, and now I'm going to give them to my tribe. So of course, because when I took them, they restacked, but you get the idea. My tribesman also has some weapons in case they need to use them. I'm gonna give them some bra. What else was I gonna give them? I was gonna give them some juice. So I'm still gonna give them these things because they do need them. There we go. Okay, there we go. So the juice uplifts mood, and I have her set for here. So how you do that is you just like anything else, you appoint a caretaker and they will work on it. I don't know how she only has 2 iron in here, but I have this set to send. So what's in here though? Oh, here we go, 14. And then in here there's some power mines inventory, and then send supplies. So this is the stuff she'll send, and I have it set to send item transfer settings. Here we go. I have it set to send every 20 minutes, so there will be a significant amount in there by the time she's done working on it. I don't want that. All right, so now you want to know how to set this up. I'm going to head back up to the base, and I'm going to show you specifically what you need to do. I'm going to show you exactly how I set these up. Because notice how that one is taller than this one up here, and then there's the short ones. There's this one here. I actually put the wrong one there, but that's fine. That's why I said I could send items there. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So yeah, so I didn't send any items here yet. All right, so I'm going to set up another one over here, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So first you need your windmill, and you need your windmill blade. So that'll just snap right on top of there. You don't have to do anything special for it. And then for the power ropeway, there are different ones. So I'm going to set this one up first, the supply one. You don't have to. You can set it up however you want. And I'm going to attach it to the windmill. Confirm connection. Hover over it till it says confirm connection. So now that's attached there. You can also put them on these pillars here. So like if I want to do this really tall pillar over here, and these do not have to be within your bonfire range. And then I put another one. I put this up on top of there like that. And then I can connect this, and you don't have to climb it or anything to connect it. It will just know what you're trying to do and then connect, and then see, just like that. And then say you want to do another one. So, but you don't want it to be that tall. You can do either like the small pillar with one on top. There's a medium pillar. So let's do the medium one next, and let's put it like right here. And you don't want trees in the way, so you have to cut down trees and then put that on top. And then I'm going to connect it to this right here. See? And then that just connects to there. And then I'm going to do the small pillar. I'm going to do that right here. And I'm going to connect it to there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do this one. And I'm going to connect these two together. So that's kind of, that's how it works. And you can just continuously do that. You don't even have to do it from big to small or whatever. But you do have to make sure there's nothing in the way. So like I'm going to go from this small one here. And you can use it to transport items as well as yourself. You saw a minute ago that I had used it to transport myself back up here. It was the fastest way to do it. So I'm just going to come here, come around, and then back down. Do that. So they're really fun to play around with. I like them a lot. So the ones that there are, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this one. I forgot to grab my hammer. It's at the other place. And in order to remove them, you do have to climb because it won't let you remove the pillar without removing this. And then you don't have to climb to remove the pillar, but I'm doing it anyway. So you do have to climb to remove the ones on top of the pillar. So I'm going to just retrieve all of these. And now I'm going to show you which ones there are. I'm going to lay them out side by side. So there's that one. There's this one without any chests. There's this one that only has a, I believe, yep, send supplies chest. There's the pillars, pillar 1, pillar 2, and pillar 3. And the pillars you can put either one with chests on it or one without. You cannot stack pillars. Oh, you can stack pillars. I didn't know that. So you can actually make it taller if you want, each one taller. You can do that as well. So you can put any of these versions of these on top of the pillars that you want, but it has to have one of them on them to connect. So like I can connect, these are so close together, this isn't gonna work, but I could connect these all together like that. And then let's say I connect it to, I'm curious to see how this is gonna work, honestly. Okay, wait, activate, confirm connection. There we go. So then it looks like that. And then if I want to send this, okay, let's transfer settings. Oh, it doesn't give you a viable one to send it to, so never mind, you can't do that. I think that would be hilarious to see chests go from there to there, but it won't let me do that. Oh, I could, I wonder if I sent using this. Oh, there's resupply settings. This is the only one that has item transfer settings, so never mind, that doesn't work. But there's resupply settings, so like to send, oh, because this is to send to resupply. Okay, so you can keep that stocked with the setting of items, and then when supply is low, it'll send them. Okay, so see, as you can see, I'm still figuring this out, but it's so useful to have. I am very excited about having my my iron mine set up right here. I'm also gonna do a copper and a tin mine, and now we can actually I'm gonna get rid of these, but now I can talk about the mines. Now that I've got the power ropeways done, that's how they work. I'll get rid of this later. I'm gonna talk about the mines. So like I said with the mines, you can have things sent here every so often, however often you want. You have to have a person down there mining it, but it's really easy. All you have to do is deploy one of your tribesmen and then send them down and hit end deployment when you're next to it after you set them to work on it. So to set them to work on it, let me head down. This is so fun. So in order to set them to work on the mine, you just go here, and I think I already mentioned that you appoint caretaker. And so the person that's closest will obviously be the one. So when you deploy them and you bring them down there, that'll be the one that'll show up. It'll be like a few meters away. And that's how you do that. And then they'll just continuously work on this. See, they've got 30 now in there. And so we're gonna have a decent iron supply now, which is awesome. And these platforms here, they are located outside of caves. So like this is one of the caves. Let me get rid of this guy. Oh my, they're beating me up. No, don't beat me up. All right, so getting rid of these guys here that are outside the cave. They probably won't bug your tribesman because he's over there, so he isn't gonna aggro them. But I just wanted to come over here and show you, and I aggroed them, that this is the iron cave. So you can also come over here and just mine iron yourself. Goodness, bloopers. Like, you know, whatever. But it is so helpful to have this be automated, be able to have mining be automated. So helpful. So he's just working away, and it doesn't seem to be affecting any of his stuff. Like his mood is up, morale is up, you know, everything seems to be fine. So that's a good thing. All right, so we can head back up. But yeah, so that is how the power mines and power ropeways work. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I'll see you all in the next one. And apparently that's what happens when you're thirsty. Just FYI, before I end and hungry.